The history of Buddha started when a young prince was born in the Himalayan foothills of Nepal between the 6th and 4th century BC. It was prophesied that the young Buddha, then called Siddhartha Gautama, would either become a great king or an enlightened teacher. To avoid this prophecy, his father showered him with wealth and luxury, then isolated him inside the palace for 29 years.
May I ask, what am I seeing?
You're seeing a man who gets older and they physically decline.
Oh, what happened to her?
During their lives, people get ill.
What is happening?
Everyone dies eventually.
After Chana explained what the first three sight meant, Siddhartha was very shocked. Then, when he encountered the holy man, which is the fourth sight, he was struck by how calm and serene the holy man seems amid the crowds and the noise. From that point, Siddhartha knew that his own path would be understanding, not the privilege and responsibility of a royalty. Siddhartha left the palace at night and never returned. He left behind a young wife and a son, as well as his father. Siddhartha's decision to give up his life of comfort and ease was his first step to become a Buddha. Siddhartha became an ascetic. He wandered and searched for truth, training with different teachers to learn yoga and meditation. Eventually, he became a teacher himself. Siddhartha wanted to fully understand suffering. He fasted for long periods of time and did other things to cause himself to suffer. He fasted until he was near starvation. But then, he realized that his death would help to no one. He moved into a more moderate path, one between luxury and poverty, which he called the middle way. All this time, he taught, meditated, discussed ideas with other people, and learned new things. Siddhartha had become a wise and popular teacher. He was able to journey into a deep understanding of the nature of reality during periods of meditations. It is believed that Siddhartha achieved enlightenment while sitting under a Bodhi tree. This was when Siddhartha became Buddha, an enlightened being, or one who is awake. After achieving enlightenment, the Buddha remained in the woods of Yurovila for 7 weeks, contemplating his new insights. Then, he traveled to the city of Benares, a major religious center in India. Outside the city, in a deer park, he met the five ascetics who abandoned him. It was them that he delivered his first sermon.
I teach one thing, and one thing only: suffering and the end of suffering.
Afterwards, One of the five immediately achieved enlightenment. Over the next few days, the Buddha continued teaching the ascetics. The other four also achieved enlightenment and subsequently remained with him as his disciples. They became the first members of his community of monks, known as the Sangha. After some time, he traveled back to his family. His wife had kept track of his quest and had herself attempted to pursue the path of meditation. When Buddha's father died, his wife and his aunt became nuns, and his son also followed the pursuit of Buddha. After the visit, Buddha spent 45 years traveling around. He taught all social classes, from the courts to farmers, villages, in both sexes without distinction. At the age of 80, the Buddha told his disciples that he would not be with them much longer. Soon after, he fell seriously ill but recovered sufficiently to be able to travel with a group of students to Vaisali, a city dear to his heart. When they were leaving again, the Buddha turned back and gazed at the city for a long time, saying,
Now I shall never see Vaisali again.
Not long after, he suffered serious food poisoning. Even so, he continued with his students to the town of Kusinara. There, he asked them to prepare a couch for him between two sal trees. He lay down on the couch and announced that he was about to die. He told his disciples to summon the rulers of Mala tribe, because he did not wish to die on their land without them witnessing this. Surrounded by his disciples and the Malas, he asked 3 times if they had any remaining questions or doubts about his teaching. All remained silent. Then he uttered his last words. The monk asked him, who is going to be the next leader?
When I pass away, you may think the master's crane is gone, and the master is no more. You should not think so, because the Dharma and the discipline which I have taught you will be your master after my death. Let the Dharma be your light. Let it be your refuge. Do not seek any other refuge. Disciples, you should well protect and preserve the doctrine which I advise you to prove, so that this holy life may take its course and continue for ages to come, for the welfare of many, to console the world, and for the happiness and welfare of heavenly beings and men.
He entered a meditative state and died. The trees shed their blossoms, and the birds stopped singing. The body of Buddha was cremated, and his ashes were given to the rulers of 8 kingdoms in the northern India.